Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 8th. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this inspiration card. It says, spark of inspiration will ignite a brilliant new idea. It's essential that you are clear about what you want, follow your heart. You have this new beginnings card. It says something new is emerging or a new source of income. So definitely a good idea that will probably improve or increase your income. I can't speak today, but we're still in that Mercury shadow. I'll blame that for my lack of speaking. But you know what's really funny here, Gemini? You know what I'm getting? You know what's popping into my head here is that you need to stop watching tarot and astrology. Of course, I think it's more about like how your perspective, on it here, Gemini. So here's what I mean by that. It's like, I always make it very clear. I'm a mess today. I choked on my coffee before your reading, so it took me like 20 minutes to get to your reading, by the way, because I was hacking up a lung here. I have something in my eye, and I can't even talk, right? What a mess. But what I'm saying is that it's almost as if like you are saying to yourself, like I hear you saying things in your head, like it's the year of the dragon, which means I'm not going to be successful this year because I'm a monkey, or whatever you are in Chinese zodiac. I don't know Chinese astrology, but there you go, right? And I feel like this reading is saying like, no, actually, it's not that I look at tarot and astrology as just energy we're working with. I don't think it controls our life like as much as some people do, right? So what I would say here is it's almost as if you need to realize that like you are in the driver's seat. And this reading is friggin' amazing. Look at this. Look at these cards that are showing up here, Gemini. So, and you cannot make that up. I literally just said you are in the driver's seat, and you end with the Chariot. So I really feel that you are the one that is in the driver's seat. And I kind of was getting this message on Three of Swords, of all things, that you need to, like, don't attach meaning to things that, it, like, really isn't going to affect you. It's like, yeah, maybe Mercury's in retrograde, was in retrograde, but, like let's just pretend in the future, when we have more retrogrades this year, it's like, yeah, maybe it's Mercury's retrograde, but maybe you have an idea or an inspiration. You have that inspiration card that tells you should start a business. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I shouldn't because of the astrology and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like this reading is saying like, no, that's not it. But like everything is. Like I really feel this reading is almost like saying, don't attach things to you. It's like people like are obsessed with like numerology. They're like, oh, I'm a 7 or I'm a whatever. And they think that they can't ever be successful because they're a 3 or a 4 or whatever, right? And I'm always like, yeah, but there are plenty of people that break the rule. It's like, yes, we can see these patterns in the world that, there are these repeating patterns. People were born on the 28th. They're always, millionaires and billionaires and like all this other stuff, right? But there are other people who break the rule. So, I kind of feel like this is saying like you are in the driver's seat, and this reading really wants you to know that. It really wants you to know that. It doesn't matter what's going on. You are the one that is going to control your destiny. Literally, it shows up right here. Wheel of Fortune, we go down to the Chariot. Chariot is a card of hard control. The Wheel of Fortune, I always say on the Wheel of Fortune that we control our destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. It's not like some magical thing, right? You have the Queen of Pentacles, card of resourcefulness. Looks to me like you're increasing your resources. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I love the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups. To me, that definitely represents fortune after difficulty. So there could be a lot of improvements coming in for you. I also feel that you have been burdened with the 10 of Wands. So, sometimes I feel there's a little bit more coffee in my lungs still, by the way. But, I feel like sometimes, we get to a place where we experience too many hardships or too many challenges, and we just think it's never going to end. We think that this is our life now. We're always going to experience these problems. And, I really feel like this is saying that you need to release these burdens. You need to let go of the things that have been holding you back. And also, I also think that you need to embrace new opportunity, because you have a beginnings card. You have 2 aces here. Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords all the way over to the Chariot. I mean, clearly you are going to be winning for sure, Gemini. This is a really, really good reading. So let's see what is going on for you here. With the 3 of Swords, you have the 5 of Cups. I feel like you have to let go of any losses, or like anything that you think you lost, that you think you no longer have. Is that proper English? I'm not sure, but I feel there are things that you've had to let go of, and I would just let go of those things, whatever they are. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the 4 Wands. Yes, this 4 Wands is a portal card. I always say that the people are celebrating on the other side of the portal on the 4 Wands. So to me, the 4 Wands, yeah, represent marriage, blah, 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 who cares, right? To me, what's more important is that you are completing one thing. It's a card of completion. So it's like you're putting an end to one thing so that you can have something better, so you can have a celebration. So Definitely celebration coming in for you. Love it. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Magician. The Magician is about like creating a new beginning or having a new beginning. So I do feel that there could be some sort of new beginning coming in for you here. I feel like it's something that's going to make you really happy. And, the reason is, by the way, sometimes people ask me why I say that the Magician represents a new beginning. And really, the Magician, like, traditionally kind of represented needing to have a new beginning, if that makes sense. It's like the Fool is a leap of faith, but the Magician, he kind of needs a new beginning. Like, he needs to create something new. He's got mastery over all the suits in the tarot, and he can use his tools, all his tools in front of him, to create something. He's also the card of reinvention as well, which when you reinvent yourself, that is a new beginning. So, some of you could be kind of releasing things so that you can reinvent yourself or change yourself in some way. Next, interestingly enough, you have this Time Machine card, which kind of looks like the Wheel of Fortune. This is coming up in the area of the unexpected. I don't really feel there's much unexpected, by the way. One thing I will say is that we are in a time of truth. So, while I label these rows like unexpected and all this other stuff, I use a loose spread. So, I really do past, present, future, outcome with my rows, and then I kind of attach like unexpected things like that. But really, I think that we're seeing the truth right now. So, there you go. Take it how it resonates. But this kind of looks like the Wheel of Fortune. I really feel you're taking control of your destiny. It's like you're seeing all the things that you can do to better control your life. You literally have this Seeing Beyond card as well here, which is about like seeing, using your intuition. It's like you're seeing beyond the veil, seeing beyond the things that most people don't ignore. It's almost like there are things that you can't unsee as well. It's kind of like I have like the Matrix popping into my head where, it's like there are things that you can't unsee now. There are truths that you cannot not believe. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so taking control of your destiny. What is maybe like a tiny bit unexpected is that there are like good opportunities coming in for you here, because you have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles can be an opportunity, but it's just an opportunity that has potential. And I feel like this opportunity has the potential to change your life, your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. But here's the thing with the Ace of Pentacles is it has a garden right here. So there's a garden right on the front of the card, and it represents something that we have to nurture into existence. And this is definitely true right now. We have Uranus in Taurus. We still have Jupiter in Taurus. Even when Jupiter leaves Taurus and goes into Gemini, it's a big planet, right? So at least for the first few degrees of Jupiter going into Gemini, I would say we're still going to be, having to deal with that energy. The other thing I like to remind people is when a planet is in a sign, you don't stop working with it. The planet is in the sign. It's teaching you the energy of whatever it is. And it's like, then when it leaves, you still have to work with the energy forever. So I don't know, like people think like, oh, it just like a light switch turns off when a planet leaves. It's like, no, you are still having to work with those lessons. That's how you grow with astrology, right? And we are in a time where I believe we have to grow things. We have to, Taurus, we have to kind of like slow and steady work the land. We have to be a good farmer of whatever it is that we're trying to manifest or create in our life. We really have to nurture things at this time, and we have to take our time, right? And, I think the problem is that there's like a lot of things in the world that are making people feel like, oh, you have to move fast, right? And you have to get things done right now. But really, that's not true. We have to do slow, steady, plodding along, and do the things that work. If we do that, we will be very successful. So, that's what I would say there. You have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is victory. I also feel it's the truth. So again, I feel it's impossible for you to not see the truth right now. I don't know, but I'm a Gemini moon, human lie detector, also a Pisces. But what I would say is there's something about Gemini. I think Geminis as well. I've known a ton of just Gemini suns in my life, and I think they're all like human lie detectors anyway, right? So, but I don't even think this is about lying. I think that it's about you seeing your truth in the world and kind of like what you have to do to be successful. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the moon here. Again, there are things that you're probably going to be leaving behind, is what I'm getting. The moon can represent fears, fantasies, illusions, but I think that it's a little bit of fear that if you take control of your life, or if you take control of your destiny, that you're going to be leaving people behind that matter to you and all this other stuff. And that might be true, but I kind of feel this is saying you need to do it anyway. There really is no good answer there. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Definitely could be a fire sign coming in for you if you are looking for love. Could be an Aries. I'm pretty sure Aries has been all up in your business for like a couple of weeks now. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo as well. Could be any sign, a general reading, right? So, could be any sign, but I do feel this could be a love offer. If it's not a love offer, clearly it's a work offer because, this is like a new boss coming in and you go to that right there. Are you kidding? That looks very successful to me. With the Ace of Swords, yes, exactly what I said, Queen of Swords. She only has clouds halfway up her body. She sees things clearly. She sees things clearly for the first time because she's the first, I should say, Swords court card where the clouds are only halfway up her body. So, it's like you are seeing things exactly clearly at this time. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, let go of the idea that you're not ready. Fool to the Chariot literally is the idea of is literally the opposite. It's like saying you are ready, right? So you're ready to take a leap of faith. You have this card that says you're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all your hard work. Yes, I feel that everybody needs to focus on this right now. It's an 8 year. 2024 adds up to 8, right? Which is the infinity symbol. So, if you're not taking time to do things that you enjoy, then you're going to be suffering. I promise you. It's like even just this last year, right? I was like super focused on building a bunch of things. I'm working on a startup, kind of like behind the scenes as well. So it's like plus all the other stuff I do. So it's been, exhausting this year, a lot of work. And even I have noticed that certain things have started to suffer like midway through the year because all I was doing was like working 24/7, right? So, I had to stop. I had to make sure that I got COVID, right? As well in like October. So, to me, I take those all as signs that I need to go have fun and go do other things that I enjoy and get out of my head. And every time I do that, things improve. So, I would make sure that you're doing things that are fun, that are enjoyable, all that other good stuff. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Judgment card. Ten of Pentacles is a card of great success. So I do, of course, think that there is great success coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of joy and happiness coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles as well. So I really like to see that. I also feel that, there's like an alternative meaning to the Ten of Pentacles, which is hidden or secret information. And it doesn't really say that the information is hidden or secret. It just is more about getting information from an unlikely source. So, this reminds me of like sometimes children say things to us and we're just like, oh, what do they know? It's a child, but it like could be from source, right? So if you have children or something, they might say something to you about like your business or, about your life in general. And I would listen to whatever they're saying, but it could be something else as well. It's like you could be watching a movie that gives you an idea for your business. You could be in line at the coffee shop listening to people and they say something that gives you an idea for like your health or some other area of your life. So it kind of just says like, put your antenna up, listen to what's going on around you, right? You have the Fool card. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, so I definitely feel it is time for you to take a leap of faith right now. I feel like you're taking a leap of faith towards things that are just bigger and better for you in general. So, this could be taking a leap of faith in business or your career. This could be you taking a leap of faith towards big goals, wishes, dreams, but I really see a lot of success here with the Fool card, so I like that. I also feel that there's something about purity here. He's got this white rose, and the white rose in the tarot represents purity. It's almost as if like the universe can see your heart, I've never had that pop into my head. So if you're about to start something, it's almost as if the universe is giving you a little bit of extra wind in your sails because the universe understands like if you're starting a business or a new career, or if you're starting a relationship, I think your intentions, it's like the place you're coming from is what is making you successful in this. I don't know. Never had that. Love it. I think it's a great message. You have the Judgment card. Judgment is about waking up and, kind of like experiencing something new. It's about the birth of like a new life. These people are standing in these coffins. Coffins represent your old life. Outside the coffin is your new life. So I feel like you are birthing a new life, plain and simple. Let's see where this is going. With the 10 of Pentacles here, you have the 7 of Wands. I feel like you need to protect your ideas, right? Like I would definitely work in silence with the 10 of Pentacles. So that's what I would do here is I wouldn't like share any of your ideas up front. I wouldn't, until you have them to a certain point. I haven't told anyone about my startup for all year, right? I kept that a secret. I've been working on it for like a year and a half, basically on the same idea, kind of like, processing it and everything. So obviously the people that are working on it know about it, but, what I would say here is that it's something that I like keep to myself, right? So same thing here. Until you get it to a certain point, I would keep it to yourself. With the Fool card, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is about, I don't like this right here. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together, but at the same time, you go to the 10 of Cups. which is very interesting to me. I'm wondering if you have a person that you want to talk to, or if you have a person that you haven't talked to yet, is why this is popping into my head. We're going to have to clarify through on the other side and see where this is going. With the Judgment card, you have the Chariot. You know what? This actually isn't that bad. You know what? I know what this is. Like I said, what did I say at the beginning? You're in the driver's seat, something like that, right? And so I kind of feel that you are very driven and focused at this time. So maybe this here is just saying that your eye isn't necessarily on love, And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But again, maybe it's just not like a focus for you. And I don't think, I would never tell anyone what to do. I don't think tarot should tell you what to do at all, period, right? It is loose guidance at best, is as I always say. I make that very clear in my readings. So, what I would say here is that I do kind of feel this is something you won't want to miss, though. We're going to have to come back to that. I don't want to get stuck on something that, whatever. But next in the area of the good stuff, you have this communication card. A reunion could bring love or rekindle a friendship. A lucky win seems likely. So this could be a reunion with a person. You do have the Judgment card, which is the only card in the tarot that I consider to be a card of, an ex coming back, so to speak. I would say that this was never negative. There are no negative cards here. There's heartbreak and regrets. So it's like if someone is coming back with regrets, but I would say, a truthful, honest communication about what happened in the situation, then, maybe it's worth it. But, again, I feel like, if there was lying or cheating or whatever, I would not recommend going back. But if there wasn't, and this was just a situation that happened, then maybe it would be worth it. The other thing I'm getting is this could just be karmic, as in like a past life lover, not like a karmic. That's not what I'm talking about here. I think all the labels are BS anyway, so let's get that out of the way. I call it a bullshit flame. That's what I call them. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, and, the Wheel of Fortune could just be like a past life connection. You have this communication jealousy. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets. Yes, I just said keep your ideas to yourself. Spend time outdoors in nature and reconnect. I also said that in this reading as well. I said you need to, make sure you're not only working. Make sure to do other things as well. So that's what I would do here. Again, you have the Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Chariot. This could be a past person, like I said, but again, take it how it resonates. I'm like one of the only readers on here that says do not go back to the past for a reason, because I believe in you. I believe that you can do better than someone who, especially if they lied, cheated, or stole. Again, obviously, if this was a situation where it was more, positive, where maybe you just had to split up because maybe someone moved, or maybe someone got a job somewhere else and something happened and it was never toxic, then, by all means, go back to the past. But, again, for the most part, I always get comments from people that are like, I was, my ex who beat me and also cheated on me with 14, with my uncle, my cousin, and also my mom and my best friend and my other best friend and their cousin and their uncle. I'm like, why would you ever even think about going back to that person? Like in a million freaking years, right? So obviously, if they were toxic, do not go back. But, again, if it was just something else, then different story. For most of you, I feel like this is a new person, but it's maybe a past life person. And Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, so a lot of happiness. If you don't want love, I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here, clearly. You have the Knight of Cups, again, could be a knight in shining armor. This could also just be you working on a dream, I feel. Working towards one thing that you want to make successful. I just did a call with Christopher from Witeki from Serious Joy TV, and I'm pretty sure the advice I gave in that reading at the end was to work on one thing. Have one thing that you work on that you want to make successful. Could be you, you working on your health, or you as a person, or whatever. Could be a business, could be a relationship, could be whatever you want. But I would pick one thing. It's definitely popping into my head here. You have the Chariot, which again I really feel you are in the driver's seat. Maybe that's the best way to describe this reading, is it really says that you are in control of your reality at this time. You're creating success, or you're creating something great. This is a really good reading. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Hierophant, could lead to marriage. So again, if you're, dealing with a person you're not talking to, it could eventually lead to marriage if you talk to this person. Someone needs to take a leap of faith here. If you're not talking to this person, could be another air sign. That could be the problem, right? Could be a fire sign. It could also just be that, again, I kind of get the feeling for most of you that this is just a new person that you've never talked to before, literally, And I also feel that you could miss it. I don't think that's true, by the way. I think that nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you by. So, that's what I'll say there. But I do feel this is something that you kind of don't want to miss. So again, if someone makes you a love offer, if someone wants to take you on a date, it might be worth not working that day and going on a date. Just saying. With the Knight of Cups, you have the lovers here. Yeah, I feel this is a true lover, true connection. Again, if someone makes an offer to you, I feel this is saying it's totally worth it. It'll be worth the time. It'll be worth the effort. You'll have a good time. With the Chariot, you have the Three of Swords. Yes, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff, though. So you start with the heartbreak, you end with the Three of Swords, which is coming up in the good stuff, which tells me you are healing from heartbreak, or you are healing from a toxic situation. So, again, I wouldn't even worry about that. But I feel there's like something new coming in for you. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. Again, this could just be a friend as well. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. If you're thinking of someone, maybe you want to reach out to them and just say what's up. It could be a friend or something like that. You have this hat card. It says you will be playing a different role. We talked about this with the Magician about reinvention. So it doesn't surprise me, Gemini, that you in particular will be playing a different role or doing things differently this year. Makes sense. You have this dog close up. It says pleasure with a close friend. So again, yeah, some of you could be like, there could be a friend who like needs help or just needs a person to talk to or something like that. So if you have a friend that you're thinking of, I would reach out to that person. You have this March card and this Moon card says changes in your life. It makes sense to me that the year really kind of starts in March anyway. So, what I would say here is that it doesn't surprise me that you could be experiencing a lot of changes in the month of March. This happened last year as well, where it's like really like the year kind of didn't get going till March. And, I think that this year could be very similar. You have this Peacock card that says, beware of great pride. Yeah, I would just beware of anyone who's like, who has a lot of pride. But other than that, this is a really good reading. I love where this is going. So it looks to me like all your hard work is paying off as well. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.